Well, boys, a few days ago I put up a video about the realistic cassette player there that I got, along with this solid state stereo amplifier, the SA-101. And I said in the video about I didn't want to play music because of copyright. Well, the thing about it, this channel is monetized, so heavy music playing in the background ain't something I can have going on this channel, because I can't monetize videos, obviously. So I had one commenter decide to take a poke at it and say something about one of my other channels on YouTube where I use music. Okay, very good. That channel is not monetized, and I'm actually planning on doing some changes to that video, but to that channel soon. But that's not here nor there. This channel is monetized. The other 3 or 4 or whatever channels I got on YouTube, none of those channels are monetized. Only this one, Reno 63. So I'm not having any music playing on this channel at all. So, you know. But anyways, this is not about that. This video is about this amplifier. I tried to say in the last video that the controls here were scratchy, dirty, kind of working, kind of not working, and basically I want to clean this one up. And what I'm planning on using, as we all seen before at different stores we go to, electrical contact cleaner. This one's Motomaster. It's 1933. We're going to use this can of contact cleaner to clean the controls in this amplifier. So, and then we're going to try the amplifier on a non-music type of audio input. But yeah, so let's get to it. One of the first things that some of the newer guys, newer hams, newer individuals into the hobby, they got a scratchy volume control, whatever, and the first thing they'll do is grab the contact cleaner and do the front of the control. That's not where you clean it. That's not where you spray your contact cleaner. The contact cleaner actually has to be done with the volume control on the inside of the piece of equipment. So we got our 3-way selector here, our volume control, our balance and tone control. Then we have these 3 switches over here. One is being mono for stereo or mono, speakers in or out, and power on and off. And of course we got all the RCA jacks on the back, as well as another switch there. But the ones that need the big cleaning are the controls here. So we're just going to take the contact cleaner and we're just going to spray them, and then I'm going to work the controls back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And that's how you're going to clean them out. Okay, so I got you pointed right now at one of the potentiometers, this one being the balance. And as I'm rotating the knob in front, you can see how it's turning there. There's actually the wiper that is touching the carbon track on the inside of this variable capacitor, or variable resistor rather, potentiometer. So we've got this little piece right there. Let me see if I can show it to you. Right here, a little bit of a dimple on it, say, pointed inwards. That's the part that actually touches the carbon track, and the carbon track is in the front of the potentiometer, up in the front here. So what you need to do is take the contact cleaner, and just shoot it in there and on the carbon track. And just take the control and just work it back and forth. Basically this is just cleaning the dirt and the oxidation and whatever has built up in it over the years. So you bring it back and forth and back and forth, about 20 or 30 times, and you try the piece of equipment again afterwards and still like it, shoot some more contact cleaner on her. But usually one or two squirts of contact cleaner is usually enough to do the job. So that's the balance control. So we've got a double potentiometer, which is volume. Double potentiometer means you got actually two different controls controlled by one single shaft. So again, you might be able to see the internal movement on both of these. So we're going to do the same thing. Start on the inside here. Give it a shot of contact cleaner. And again, work it back and forth. Just like so. Another squirt for good luck. Inside one. Now do the same thing for the outside one. Give it a spray. Again, you work the control all the way, left to right. Full rotation, back and forth, back and forth. I usually like to give it a couple shots of contact cleaner. Alright. Okay, so now we have our mode selector, which is tuner, tape, and phono. You can see that little piece of metal that's kind of like in a U type shape. That's actually making the contact to those, or from one to the other there. See how it moves? It touches? 1, 2, 3. So we'll do the same thing again. I'm going to use a fair bit of contact cleaner with this one because this switch is kind of big. And again, you just exact same thing. Exact same thing, back and forth, same as what you would with the volume control or balance or anything else. Give another shot. And we'll make note that always make sure your power is disconnected from the piece of equipment when you're doing this. Never have it plugged in. So there you go. That's your mode selector. So the other control we have here is a tone control. Now this one is soldered to the board, and to get to the internals of this potentiometer, usually get it through the bottom of this, but there's no real access to it. So what we have on this one is a little opening, little window right there. So what you want to do is try to get your contact cleaner as much as possible into that window. And then just work it back and forth. Same thing. This one's a bit harder to get at for obvious reasons. And if you really can't get it cleaned out enough, then the only thing you really can do is try to get in as much as you can, probably in the back of the control, or last case scenario, remove the circuit board and the control altogether from the enclosure. bit harder to do. Another way might work, you got little openings here on the back of the control. You can try shooting in a bit of contact cleaner through the back of the unit. Like that. And then clean it. And hopefully when you look, the control will work normally. With any luck. So the next ones to clean would be the mode switch, stereo, mono, and speakers in or out, which is this one and this one. That's the power switch on off, and that's a sealed unit and nothing to do with it. But these switches, you can actually get the contact clean, put it in through the end here, and spray it straight down, like that, straight down into the opening. And take a switch, work it up and down like that. If you really want to get into the switch, push it down, you get the contact cleaner, get the nozzle right into the switch. And then we do the same thing with this switch here next to it. So push it down, put the contact cleaner into the switch, just like that, and work it up and down. That is all to it. And basically, that's how you clean the controls on a piece of electrical equipment. Just make sure that the power is unplugged when you're doing this. Now I guess we're going to give it a test and see if our cleaning procedures actually worked here. Okay, so now I have the stereo amplifier. She's in mono. I only got one side audio run into this thing, 2 speaker outputs. 2 of these are nice Heathkit speakers, and yes, these are lovely. Very nice speakers, for sure. So we got the audio feeding in from my Yaesu FT840 right here. And it's feeding into the input of the stereo amplifier. I'm got the audio on the external speaker of this unit. So this is line control, balance, that's the modern science. You're on the rare one side, Roger. Bob? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were talking to me. Sorry. Yes, I said you're on the side of the rare ones. So the station from over there, in comparison to earlier days, you could always run a pile up. You can start a pile up on 2040, wherever you like to do. And these times are over. So I remember times I was calling CQ on 40 meters. Anyways, little video for you.
Yeah. Did I hear Mike in there?
Hope you enjoyed this one, folks. On the realistic SA-101. 7-3. All the best.